Hello everyone, this is Mr. Big T Anderson, and we are doing Time by GeorgiaDawg99. Now this is going to be a little bit more of a serious story. Obviously this is with the Avatar and Korra fandoms. If you're new here, let me go over the rules. GeorgiaDawg99 wrote it. I'm just Schmucky Duck reading it. If you enjoy my reading, comment down below. If you enjoyed the story, hit the links down below and give a review. Now, with all that in mind, thank you for coming to the fanfiction readings, and let us begin. I will say this before we start. This does go over some serious issues of losing a child. So, spoilers, but if you're not into that, click another one. Here we go. Aang woke up to an absence of warmth at his side. His eyes slowly fluttered open, and he slowly sat up looking around the room. Katara. His wife was gone. She did not lay beside him, nor was she anywhere in the room. Aang, now fully awake, picked himself up out of bed, and he had a pretty good idea of where to find her. As he walked through the dark hallways, his mind wandered towards this last month. It had been, without a doubt, the hardest month in his and Katara's marriage, and one of the hardest months of Aang's life. Who wouldn't have a hard month after losing a child? He could remember. He woke up to the sound of Katara screaming, his brain immediately sent on high alert. He jumped up, scrambling over to her side of the shared bed and kneeling at her side. Katara, what's wrong? Then he saw the blood between Katara's legs. Their usually clean sheets were stained dark red. Aang's eyes widened. Katara, what's happening? He asked, trying not to show his rapidly rising panic. His wife was now sobbing uncontrollably, and Aang was getting scared. She wasn't speaking to him, instead just clutching at her swollen abdomen where their baby sat. Aang suddenly realized with horror what was happening. Katara, I promise, I'll be right back. Aang rushed out of the room with speed only an airbender could acquire. Midwife! Their midwife, an older woman by the name of Aika, rushed out of her room. Avatar Aang, what is it? It's Katara. There's blood, ma'am, and she won't stop crying. Aang explained as quickly as he could. Aika's eyes widened. Oh no. The older woman murmured. She hurriedly followed Aang back to where Katara lay, still sobbing uncontrollably. Katara, dear, you must calm down, Aika said, immediately rushing to her side. It hurts, Aika, Katara said, finally speaking. I know it does, dear, but we need to get you to the bathroom so you can pass the placenta and the... Aika paused for a moment, closing her eyes before saying the words that brought Aang's nightmare to a reality. The fetal tissue. Aang closed his eyes, feeling sick. Their child. No. It couldn't be. Right? Avatar Aang, I'm going to need your help moving Lady Katara, Aika said softly. Aang swallowed thickly and nodded. He walked over to his wife and gently scooped her up into his arms. Katara immediately turned her face into his bare chest, staining it with her tears. It's going to be okay, Katara, Aang murmured. Although he knew it wasn't true, they'd lost their child, and that was in no way okay. The delivery process was short and heartbreaking. Aika ran a warm bath with Katara to make it easier to pass the fetal tissue and to help soothe the abdominal cramps. 30 minutes later, it was finished. As Aika drained the bloody bath water and wrapped the tiny pink remains of their child in a towel, Aang helped Katara dry off and helped dress her in a clean pair of lower bindings and a fresh nightgown. Katara was no longer crying, but just staring blankly at the floor, numb to the rest of the world. Aang, on the other hand, was barely keeping it together. The only reason he hadn't broken down yet was because he was trying to keep strong for Katara. However, once she was back in bed, ordered by Aika to rest, Aang sat on the edge of the tub, staring at their 12-week-old child that lay in the towel, gone. And he cried. Tears streamed down his face, heaving sobs coming from deep inside his chest as he finally lost his composure. He found her, sitting outside in meditation gardens. As he came out of the memory, she sat silently, her knees pulled to her chest, Staring blankly up at the night sky, Aang knew there was nothing he could say to make it go away. So instead, he sat down beside her and wrapped his arms around her. He knew they would get through this. They always did. It would just take time. And that was Time by GeorgiaDawg99. If you enjoyed the story, please hit the links and leave a good review. If you liked how I did it, you can leave a comment here. Share it with your friends that like fanfiction or like Avatar. I'm sure you'll enjoy some of the other fanfictions we have going on this month. Well, it's never a recording until something tries to muck it up. And anyway, you guys have a good one. Ta-ta for now.